Has your spouse ever come to you and said those dreaded words, "Hey honey, how are you feeling?" And in your mind you're thinking to yourself, feelings? What feelings? I don't have any feelings. And then you just say something to shut them up like, I don't know, fine, I'm okay, I guess. Which leaves them with a frustrated look on their face, and you know that things aren't really going to go very well after this. Well, if you can relate, then you're in luck, because in this video, I'm going to teach you a simple 4-step process for how to get in touch with your feelings and your emotions and communicate them with your spouse, which will shut them up and satisfy them. Ready? Hi, I'm Bruce Music. I'm a relationship coach, and I help couples in troubled relationships to fix their relationships and get onto the road to a new life together. And one of the things I've noticed in my coaching practice is that usually in a relationship, one couple or one part of the couple is really in touch with their feelings, and the other person has no idea that they even have feelings. And this often causes emotional intimacy problems, and emotional intimacy is the foundation for sexual intimacy. So often when a couple is having emotional intimacy problems, their sex life is the first thing to suffer. Consider this for a second. What's the difference between your relationship with your lover and a relationship with, let's say, one of your friends? Well, hopefully your answer is that your relationship with your lover is a relationship where you share intimacy, both emotional and sexual. Because if you don't, you probably feel more like buddies than you do like lovers. And that's why your partner, maybe annoyingly, keeps asking you, "How are you feeling, honey?" Because they're interested in knowing what's going on inside of you. They're interested in feeling emotionally connected with you, because when you share your feelings with each other, you create emotional intimacy. You create an emotional bond between the two of you. But in order to be able to clearly communicate your feelings to your partner, you need to actually know what you're feeling in the moment. And according to the book Emotional Intelligence, only 36% of the population can actually identify what they're feeling in the moment. So if you're somebody who struggles with this, don't worry, you're not alone. This ability to name your emotions is called emotional intelligence. And there's 6 primary emotions that it's important to know how to name. All the other emotions fall somewhere under the category of these 6 primary emotions. And they are love, joy, surprise, anger, sadness, and fear. Now, we all know how to identify love, joy, and surprise. Those are happy emotions. They're kind of easy. Most of us enjoy feeling them. But some of us aren't so good at identifying anger, sadness, and fear, or getting in touch with those emotions in our body, because often those emotions are the very emotions that have been shamed, or they're emotions that have caused us pain in the past, and we don't want to feel them, so we push them down and stop expressing them. So here's the 4-step process to help you get in touch with, identify, and communicate your emotions with your partner. Step 1 is to identify the emotional sensation somewhere in your body, because each emotion has a unique emotional signature that usually shows up somewhere between your head and your belly button. So anger, for example, shows up somewhere around about here, between your belly button and your face. You might find that your face gets hot and flushes, or you get a tension somewhere in your chest, or your throat gets hot. That's what anger is, and anger wants to express itself outwards, which is why when you're angry, you often want to yell or you want to fight, and the blood from your body moves into your fists to fight when you're angry. When you're afraid, that shows up usually between somewhere kind of just above where your belt would be, just below your belly button and your throat, right? That's fear, and fear makes you want to run away. And then sadness usually shows up between your chest and your chest and your throat, in your heart area here. And it makes you want to kind of contract. That's why when you see people who are sad, they're often with their shoulders hunched over when you're grieving, and they're crying. So the first thing is to get in touch with, what am I feeling in my body? Am I feeling it here? Am I feeling it here? Am I feeling it here? Step 2 is then to put a name to that feeling, to identify the actual feeling. So is it anger? Is it sadness? Or is it fear? So step 3 is to share the sensation and the emotion with your partner. So you may say something to them like, "Honey, I notice I'm feeling like an anxiety or a tension in my belly, and it feels like fear." See how that works? Really simple. And when you do that, your partner knows exactly what's going on for you. You then might want to refine the feeling and say, you know what, if I feel into it more, the fear feels like anxiety, right? Now you're really honing it down to a secondary emotion, where fear might be the primary emotion, and anxiety might be the secondary emotion. But more about that in my Love at First Fight coaching program, which I'll tell you about at the end of the video. Now, step 4 is a super ninja move. That's really kind of a more advanced move, a really vulnerable move, and often a very scary move for some people. But it's going to connect you and your partner together like super glue. It works like magic. What you're going to do is you're going to ask your partner to give you what you most need in the moment to soothe that emotion. So if you are feeling fear in your belly, maybe what you want in the moment is to be held by your partner so that your partner can hug you and reassure you that everything's okay. Or if you're feeling anger, maybe what you want is for your partner just to let you vent for a moment. Or if you're feeling sadness, maybe what you want is to cry on your partner's shoulder. But for most of us, it's often very difficult to ask our partner for these things because it's so vulnerable and opens us up to potentially being attacked or having that vulnerability used against us. So I'm going to ask you to trust your partner. Trust that they're not going to take advantage of your vulnerability because they love you. And take a deep breath and risk asking your partner to give you what you need. So you may say something in the moment like, honey, I'm feeling fear in my belly, and what I want more than anything is for you just to give me a hug and not to let go until I tell you. And then your partner can come forward and just give you a hug and soothe you. You see how vulnerable that is? You see how powerful that might be to connect the two of you together? It also helps your partner feel like they're winning because they're like, oh, finally, now I can do something to support my partner, and my partner's opening up to me. And they're going to honor that and respect that because they know what courage it takes for you to open up. So there you have it, the 4 steps to getting in touch with your emotions and sharing them with your partner. Go try it out this evening, particularly if your relationship's in trouble or if you feel like the passion's gone or the spark between you's disappeared over the years. Go try this tonight and let me know how it goes. What it's going to do is it's going to stir up the waters of emotional connection between the two of you and create a new way of relating that's really beautiful that you may not have felt in a long, long time. Try it and let me know. Also, if you're interested in learning how to work with your more difficult emotions, go check out my Love at First Fight coaching program by clicking on the link over here. In Module 6 of the program, we're going to spend an entire week getting you in touch with the whole rainbow of emotions, not just these 6, and learning how to communicate them vulnerably with your partner. You'll be really glad that you did. And then finally, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, click on the like button or click on the thumbs up button. It just helps me share this work with more people out there on the internet. Thank you for watching, thank you for your attention, and thank you for being the kind of person that's interested in growing your relationship. It really does make you extraordinary. So, go try this out tonight, open your heart with your partner, share vulnerably with them, and love fully. I'm Bruce Music. Have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.